So if you could introduce yourself and tell us what brought you to the conference, or why would you be interested in the conference?
My name is Wesley Yang. I'm a writer, an essayist. I have a Substack and a podcast. And I've just become very fascinated by the gender issue, first as a subset set of a kind of ideological mania that has taken over American politics, and not just American politics. But as I learned more about the issue, I began to see it as a kind of paradigm case of the way a whole generation of people can become deranged by an ideological set of propositions, and the question how did all of these things that most people should recognize as untrue on their face, come to be accepted by so many people as true, and accepted by so many people as something for which a person deserves to be punished and stigmatized, for acknowledging the reality of biological sex and for acknowledging the reality that biological sex cannot change.
Yeah, it's almost like gender is reflective of what's going on in society as opposed to an aberration.
Yeah, and it's it's become a kind of adherence to this set of false propositions has become a way of pledging one's loyalty to a certain political regime that is driven by this ideological derangement, and it has captured a whole generation of the most politically active and the most culturally active young people, and who have captured many important public institutions upon which we rely to separate truth from falsehood and justice from injustice. And so how that is going to play out is going to be one of the major stories of the next decade or the next 2 decades, and I intend to follow it all the way to its, hopefully not, but one suspects, disturbing conclusion.
I'll see you there. And tell me, what have you liked so far with the conference, and what are you looking forward to? Is there any particular speaker or anything?
All the speakers have been uniformly excellent. They've covered many different areas of this multifarious subject. I was especially intrigued and moved by Jamie Reed's speech. I don't know that I agree that the left is about to change its tune on this, but if any person can make me hold some space for that possibility, it was her. And there's just I'm looking forward to pretty much every speaker that I see on the list for the rest of today and tomorrow. So. And
just something you alluded to, how do you think, if you were to how do you see it pan out over the next 5 years, gender? I know that's, who knows, but how do you see it personally?
I think the courts are going to be very important, and things are going to make it to the Supreme Court of the United States, and the court as presently constituted, I think it's going to make the right ruling. There's a discrete set of issues that are at stake here, right? Like the transing of children, the introduction of men who declare themselves to be women into sports and women's spaces, and compelled speech, where we would be treating it as a human rights violation for people not to share in either a person's self-designation as a member of the opposite sex, or in their general belief that self-designation is the basis, for one's sexual identity. And all of these questions are constitutional questions, and they're going to all make their way to the court. And I'm not going to make a prediction, but I think that there is reason for hope, if not even optimism, that there will be a total shutout, and that we're going to get the right decision on every single one of these questions.
My last question to you is, what do you think we as a movement might need to do, maybe more of, or even to do at all, just to get the message out? Because we've had difficulty getting the message out.
Well, I think we want to get the mainstream press to look at what they're doing in Europe, and because we have real state entities that have credibility on the U.S. left, social democratic Northern European states that have done comprehensive evidence reviews, and they have found the only thing that the evidence allows us to find, which is that we never had enough evidence to embark upon this macabre experiment in transing children that we embarked on, and that we should put a stop to it. And to me, that's the strongest arguing point that we have. It's the strongest substantive point that we have, and we have to find as many ways and as many opportunities to get those facts before the largest group of people that we possibly can.
Thank you.